Do you remember when Boris Johnson used to be sound before he became Prime Minister? He used to write articles, he used to make speeches about free market capitalism, about individual liberty, about free speech, about being patriotic, about common sense policies, and fracking. Right now, this guy has come out completely changed. He's not only gone slightly woke, very, very regressive, not even progressive, and his policies are slightly too over the top, big government. On the green issues, he's a very centralization kind of mentality of his government is being exposed. He's going hand in hand with all the other guys who are shouting "Build Back Better," and they're all best friends now with Joe Biden and Justin Trudeau. He forgot about his own solutions. Now, there's this massive debate. I think it's going to be an ongoing battle now that we've, essentially almost dealing with the lockdown stuff, not in Australia and other places, but at least in this country. The next big battle, debate, intellectually, is going to be on this and how to solve this 2030 agenda, the target that they have, the net zero and everything else. Get ready. It's going to be quite messy for the next 10 years, at least, probably the next 3 decades. So, if you want to have a clean environment, clean air, clean water, just sensible, just normal environment, there are solutions. And we already know. Nigel Farage, thank God, he's come out to give us an alternative that we already knew, but no one's really talking about it. No one's brave enough to come out to talk about it. There are 2 solutions, technically 3. 1, free market approach. Allow entrepreneurs and innovators to come up with solutions, and that's what they've done so far, and then you just stop them now. 2, extracting shale gas, or we call it fracking. People are still scared of fracking because they think about the old days. There are obviously certain local campaigners in certain areas who are still completely brainwashed by some of the mistruth about fracking. With the new technology, safer technology, and we know that it's a lot more so clean and obviously safer, that can be happen a lot easier. Smaller nuclear plants, you could have a cheaper and safer. Again, thanks to technology, you could have those. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to go with the green measures that you have, green taxes and everything else. Because people who are already struggling with their finances, you're trying to tell them that you have to go with what we say, have more expensive boilers, and stop with your normal cars. Otherwise, we're all going to die. Nigel Farage said this.
In what ways DGB Group contributing to a greener future?
Well, the goals are to plant lots of trees. The goals are to sequester large amounts of carbon dioxide. And the goals are to create habitats where there will be increased biodiversity, whether that's bird life or mammal life or flora and fauna or whatever it may be. So look, it's a commercial company. It wants to make money, and there are going to be vast amounts of money made in all of these areas over the next few years. Free market way of beginning to turn that around.
Not difficult, right? Now, DGB Group and things like that, of course, Nigel, promoting these sort of groups in the past, and now someone has to do it. No one's really standing up for, private companies, enterprise, that don't have the power as of the big corporations who lobby the governments. The big green corporations who lobby the government, the Bill Gates, the types of like Bill Gates and the others who have the power to go to politicians and have these discussions. Not all companies, not all corporations have that power. So when people talk about free market capitalism, you can't do a blanket kind of thought on them. Not every company is the same. Not every capitalist firm is the same. And free market capitalism is not corporatism. They're 2 different things. Right now, we need to fight back. Otherwise, if you're complacent over the next few years, the way of life that we now have is going to disappear, and you're going to see yourself in a Soviet Union style society. Now, before we get to that level, we have a lot more to discuss inside our own society, especially when it comes to national security. Now, what happened to Sir David Amess a couple of days ago has raised a lot of questions. That's why on the main channel, the main website that we have, myatc.co.uk, where we have the Monday to Friday daily podcast, today at 6 p.m, we discussed a lot of these issues. So if you want to support the channel and get access to the premium content, then check out the link in the description or go to myatc.co.uk, and I'll see you guys on the other side.